Because in our material life we're being bombarded with material impressions, we become quite materialistic. However, if we are spending time around those who have a strong spiritual inclination, equally those impressions can impact on our consciousness, and we can also become spiritually influenceable. So, being borderline, we have equal level of attraction initially. We have some material attraction, some spiritual attraction. Now, in spiritual life, what's called sadhu sangha is considered very important. Sadhu sangha means the family of the guru. This can also mean, in another level, it could mean that we're encouraged to spend time with those who leave good, positive impressions on our consciousness. We should seek out the company of those who can help us to make progress. We should have the humility to approach those who are more advanced than us, to inquire of them the way to make progress. I think we know from our experience in material life that particularly when when our awakening begins, and it's like we've spent our life with people, our family, our friends, and sometimes when we start to awaken, the people that we've previously been spending time with don't really understand us anymore, and we don't feel like we fit anymore. And we have a desire to move forward, and a lot of the time the people who are in the old vibration around us don't really have that same desire for us. We prefer that we've stayed the way we've always been. You know, like sometimes, you know, when you're trying to give something up, like maybe you're trying to give up chocolate or cigarettes or whatever the thing is, or, you know, and you're with your old friend who's still in the same old habit, and, you know, you say, oh, you would like a cigarette, and I say, no, thanks, I'm giving up. You're like, what do you mean you're giving up? What do you want to give up for? You know, you're like, well, you know, I need to get more healthy. No, don't be ridiculous, you're already healthy, you know. And there's the thing, go on, have a cigarette, you know. Or have some chocolate, it's okay, you know, whatever the story is, you know. What was it then? Don't be too hard. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. You know, it's okay, relax, you know. Take more sleep, eat more chocolate, smoke more cigarettes, drink more alcohol, watch more TV, you know. All this kind of thing, you know. And so we think, oh, well, yeah, maybe you're right. You know. Or whether it's maybe you're fasting or something, you know. Go on, it's okay, you know. So you think, okay, and you kind of fall into the old habit because of your association. You know. Because the person encourages you in the wrong direction. And equally, you know, when we're around someone who's quite spiritually evolved, we naturally feel inclined to try and be better than we are. You know, we feel inspired to step out of our old ways and enter into the new. We lend strength from them. And, you know, like, it's quite extraordinary really, because a very spiritually evolved person doesn't see our faults. Right? They don't see our shortcomings, they don't see where we're failing. They just inspire us to be the best that we can. And such a person might say to us, what a great devotee you are, right? For instance, you've got so much devotion, so much love, you know. And inside you're thinking, no, you don't know me. I don't at all, you know. And they say, yes, you're a great devotee, yeah. And immediately, you know, you start thinking, well, maybe I better try and live up to that, you know. You know, I feel like I should try better, you know. Or so this is one of the reasons it's really good actually to we've spoken about this a lot before, how you know, when we criticise one another, we give a stronger impression. We help to create more of an impression of the faults that we have, you know. So there's a kind of gravity to criticism that means that we're all at our worst, you know. Whereas when somebody gives good, somebody glorifies good qualities in the other, it helps the person to kind of do better, you know, because they think, oh, this person thinks I'm really good, I better be better. I better be good, you know. I might get away with it, you know. There's a really nice story of about this, how, because obviously in the yoga traditions, in particular in the Bhakti yoga tradition, we're always looking for this type of good association that will inspire us spiritually, and you know that usually comes principally in the form of the guru, because the guru is the embodiment of all of the good qualities that we are looking to embody ourselves. So we seek the shelter of the guru who will help us and guide us and give us instruction, and also who will see all of our goodness inside and will overlook all of our shortcomings and inspire us to become better. So one day Narada Muni, he was a great sage, a holy man who plays the veena. He was walking through the forest, singing Krishna's names, just happily going on his way, you know, just in beautiful wonderment of life. Unbeknown to him, in the forest, there were a couple of dacoits, robbers, thieves, and these thieves saw Narada and thought, they mistook his effulgence, his light, for like a kind of wealth, you know. They thought, he's a rich man, we're going to rob him. So they went to him. And he said, hey, you give us all your money. You know? And he said, hey, what are you joking? I'm a renunciate, I don't have money. You know? He said, hey, we don't believe you, you know, give us your money, otherwise we're going to kill it. You know? So Narada says, listen, I don't have anything, you know, of value. The only thing I have of value for you is a question. Right? And they went, like, what? Question? He said, yeah, you know, the question has great value for you. And they were a bit bewildered by this, they were expecting it, you know, they're not used to this kind of thing, they're used to the people they attack being in fear and just, you know, fear of their lives, just giving them whatever they've got, but he didn't have anything, so he just had this one question for them. And he said to them, tell me, what is the value of a moment's association with a pure devotee? What is the value of a moment's association with a pure devotee? And both of the dacoits looked at one another thinking, what is he talking about? They were so bewildered, they just allowed him to walk off. So the two dacoits, because he was a great master, a sage, his influence bewildered them, because they were very strong in material energy. And Nara just floated off into the forest, and the dacoits were looking at one another thinking, I don't know what happened there. Anyway, they carried on in the forest looking for more, somebody else to rob. And they heard this noise, and they come and they saw that there was actually another group of bandits, dacoits, much bigger group of them coming towards them. And then they'd come to try and rob them instead. Right? So immediately their karma was upon them. And these other dacoits said to the first lot, you give us your riches, or we're going to kill him. And they were like, oh no, they hadn't plundered any, but they'd managed to steal anything that day, so they didn't have anything with them. They said, we don't have anything, So we don't believe you, give us what you've got, And one of them, being a little bit intelligent, said, the only thing I've got of any